All right, we should be audible.com.
Which is not sponsoring this Twitch stream just right now.
However,
Audible, shoot us a message.
No, yeah, for real. If literally, I would take any sponsorship because that would mean that this is now a monetizable career.
I 100% listen to. I listen to Audible a lot, actually.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Like, with sponsors, like, I'm gonna be real. At least starting out, I'm gonna take whoever I can get. But I would rather have people like that who I know are good. You know. Because like, I'm gonna regret saying this, but if I know Raid Shadow Legends is an ass game. However, I know they give a lot of money for their sponsorships, so I will stop trashing on them if they pay me to.
Do you know who someone D'Angelo is? He's kind of like someone who reviews things.
I recognize the name.
I can't remember what. He's a guy who has glasses and he sits in front of a microphone. That really narrows it down.
Oh yeah, you know that one YouTuber that does that.
That one guy out of everyone, right?
Was he the guy who was covering all the net neutrality stuff back when that was a thing?
You know, you might be right there.
Hey,
Let me see if I can't search it up.
I'll be back in like 10 seconds. I'm just gonna turn my AC off.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, and I am screen sharing to you just so you are aware. Oh, hi Ronnie.
Hi Ronnie.
Yeah. We should be in the middle of Mount Moon. Yeah, we're honestly like halfway through Mount Moon.
I cannot seem to find him. If the name starts to come up again, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Oh, D'Angelo Wallace?
D'Angelo Wallace. I don't know.
I don't even know why I got on to the topic of him.
I don't either. Oh, we're quiet. Okay. 1 second.
How's this for quiet, Ronnie?
There, Ryan should be a little louder now.
I can say anything I want.
I have given you way too much power.
Naughty bastards.
Oh man.
Anything. The power. The power is overwhelming. I am a god. I have always been a god. A capricious fucking god, and a dick at that one.
Is devil.
Ah, he's so goddamn cool. Muddy Buddy has its energy drained.
You're the one who named
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I remember that far back.
I do remember that. Yeah, I'm proud of my Muddy Buddy.
It's a good ass name. I never would have thought of him for a dude.
Every time.
Names that I'm proud of. What was that? Sorry.
Every time my sister babysat and a baby would shit its pants because it's a baby, we would call them Muddy Buddies, and so that's why I wanted to.
You did tell me that. I remember. That is retrospectively awful.
Because now you fight with a pile of shit.
Well, that, in this game specifically, in this bit, that's kind of what Geodude looks like.
They're very like mud type creatures in Leafgreen.
Yeah. Well, because the sprites just don't look very solid from the back. From the front, it looks a little better.
Yeah, I always. You know what? I was going to make a dirty joke there, but it didn't work out. So we're going to forget that this dude.
Talking about shit. How does it get dirtier than that?
Well, you said they always look better from the front than the back. Okay. And I was gonna do something with the front and the back, being an obvious reference.
Gotcha.
But it didn't work out well.
Only classy you were here.
We are men of class, you see. We joke about
that,
only.
I say that, but I know what the current draft of the first episode of Ben 10A looks like. So.
You didn't have to bring that into this. That first episode is fucking gold.
It is. No, it is. Like, and I'm very proud of Benny, who, by the way, we should probably rename. Because I realized shortly after I typed that in, wait a minute, the main character's name is literally Ben. That's weird.
Well, I thought that's what you were going for, was like Ben and Benny.
I was literally just going for a random cute name, and then I was like, wait a minute.
Because then we could call it Benihana.
We could reveal at some random point in a Vilgax episode that I'm here to avenge Mr. Hana or something like that.
Huh.
Like, make it so it's not super obvious so that those who get it, get it.
Oh, I see. I'm much louder than you are, and Pokemon is much louder than you are.
How's
so?
That? Because
I have no idea.
I know. I'm asking Ronnie.
Oh. This is probably the most Ronnie's ever listened to me.
Oh God.
How does it feel, Naldi? Is it torture? I believe it's torture.
I have turned me up a bunch, and I have not touched you in the game at all. Because the game is already pretty quiet. It might help if I put my microphone in front of my face. Instead of slightly to the left. Why did it go into the start menu? I'll just kill someone.
Oh, Ronnie doesn't think it's torture. Yet.
You fool! You've challenged me!
You've challenged me.
Oh, so I was watching Avatar earlier, before I got a hold of you. And it gave me an idea.
Okay.
So, I'm sure you're familiar with Poth.
Of course.
So, in Dungeons & Dragons, is there a mechanic that would allow a player character to be blind but see through a power that would make them extremely powerful in some situations and extremely weak in others, like Toph?
So that that's a great question. That's kind of where the mechanics of D&D start to fault. Because, like, you can play a blind character all you want, and just take a...
I don't think it would go over very well. That's why I was saying that with those things. Because I think a deaf character actually mechanically would work very well. Because, like, there's a lot of sound-based things in that game. I think a deaf character would be interesting mechanically. But a blind character...
Well, sight, sound, smell, and taste are all in perception, which is a wisdom-based modifier.
Okay.
So even if you like, if you take a disadvantage for being blind, the advantage of seeing through your feet is kind of moot because they cancel out.
Right. Well, I didn't mean necessarily seeing through feet. I just meant like seeing through a power, because her sight is earthbending. Like, would there be like
Right.
like seeing through magic maybe? I don't know. 'Cause, like, I know that blind sight is a thing in the game, but I think that's just for monsters.
Let me take a look at what blind sight is.
I've literally just heard the word in context and assumed what it did. So. God damn it, depression.
A creature with blind sight can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight within a specific radius.
Okay. So that could be... It's not as interesting as Toph, but it's still interesting.
It's equivalent to Toph.
Well, because like Toph's whole thing is like, if you have her in a room made of earth or metal, she's got you fucked. But if in any other situation, like if she's standing on ice, for example, she's useless.
Yet, rules as written seem to indicate that a creature with blind sight, such as a bat, that suffers from the blinded condition has disadvantage on attack rolls and is more vulnerable to attacks than interested. Yeah, this seems to suggest the fact that blind sight grants the same mechanical benefits as normal sight, besides small details, like a heavily obscured area such as darkness, opaque fog, or dense foliage blocks vision entirely.
Okay. So then it's literally just vision without vision.
Yeah, straight up.
Like
it's a workaround.
Like, if it were a top thing, then like fog and like darkness wouldn't matter. Toph technically has the best dark vision possible.
Yeah, straight up, Toph does have the best kind of like vision, because when it comes to things like darkness or mist, you kind of have a workaround with that.
Yeah. Well, also, because another interesting thing with her is if anything is airborne, she can't see it. Like there's only one time when someone was airborne and she was able to see them, and that's because they were literally holding a rock in their hand.
This also, yes, blind sight is omnidirectional, just like
that's cool.
just like Toph. Yeah.
Someone can, like,
So you have a 360 view.
So a PC with blind sight would be a little interesting at least, but it wouldn't be like notable. And you're in like specific situations.
Right. It would definitely have to be in a campaign where you were like the DM would prepare for that.
Right. I think it would be one of the cases where you could actually have the big bad be a rogue, because now you have a character that can't be sneak attacked.
That's pretty funny. Be like the antithesis of that character.
I am the anti-rogue.
It's just some dude who goes about screaming people. What's the opposite of stabbing?
Sewing them up. He's got a needle. Oh, by the way.
So a healer.
I guess, yeah, a cleric. So by the way, we picked up a revive in this game. Do you understand why that's funny?
I am not sure I do.
So according to Nuzlocke rules, if a Pokemon faints, they are dead. You can no longer use them. So revives in these runs are just money.
I see. You just
because you're not
sell
allowed
the
to
revives.
Use them. Yeah.
Right.
You are forbode from using them. Also,
Forbade.
we got forbade, whatever. Forbodified. This is a little.
Let us not
annoying.
forget, Brother Travis, for bitches.
It is for. You can't do that. It is for bitches. So I'm gonna. We're really far in this cave, like we're almost out, but there's 2 like slightly difficult fights ahead, and we are not prepared. So I'm gonna escape rope back to the beginning and get some items.
Silly hoes. These are for bitches.
Okay, so speaking of cereal, I was thinking about this earlier because of course I was. The old Lucky Charms commercials that played when we were kids had him trying with his life to keep even a single bowl of cereal away from those kids. What the fuck was gonna happen? Can anyone in that universe just like marshmallow power, the end of the world?
Okay, so I mean, obviously the commercials date back to the whole leprechaun thing where, you know, people would chase them down for their lucky charm.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
they are in fact Thanos.
Yes, they are Thanos, Ronnie.
I'm assuming she's comparing the
marshmallows
Infinity
are
Stones.
Thanos. Yeah, Infinity Gems, yeah.
Holds out a bowl with only marshmallows. Now this does put a smile on my face.
Loki sees Lucky using the charms, and he's like, "Is this the ultimate power?"
That was a really good one. I like that one.
That show is amazing, by the way. I'm hyped for season 2.
I literally screamed when I found out there was a season. When I saw there was a season 2, and I was like, "What the fuck are they gonna do?"
By the way, just in case we get into spoilers, I don't know if we will or not. For people watching the VOD, after this point, we might bring up spoilers. This is your warning, because that show's fairly new. So
this is your warning. Back out now, or forever stop being a butthole.
I'm making a recap of this run anyway, so you can just watch that later. It's no biggie. Or you can just come back to this video after you've watched Loki. It's a good show. It's better than this. I promise.
We're putting out spoiler warnings. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that show is great, and you should watch it, Ronnie. I know you.
Here's another warning. Travis has fat nuts.
Oh God, yeah.
It's a problem too.
It's
Like an actual medical issue.
No, yeah, it's like that scene in Johnny Dangerously. Which that's kind of an obscure movie. I don't know if anyone knows that movie, but
yeah, you lost me too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do not know.
Did you watch all of it though, Ronnie? Because I know that you have a habit of watching an episode of a show, so. You know what's really cool about Ronnie that she does with me? Sometimes we'll watch a show together and we'll watch the first episode and she'll be like, "All right, I'm done." And like now I'm into Supernatural, but I've barely watched any of it because Ronnie won't watch it with me.
Ronnie, you're a fucking monster, dude.
Right?
You're a goddamn nightmare.
Right?
You know, in some countries, you would be executed for that.
I know I'm not there right now, but that doesn't excuse the first 2 years.
2 years, Ronnie. 2 years you've been doing this shit.
Well, 4 years now. It's just I was in Indiana for 2 of them.
Well, you know, that's fair. God damn. 4 years. Yes. Yes, you are. You are Oda the Rogue.
Yes. You fool! Now Muddy Buddy is at full strength.
And shit rolls downhill.
Oh, that's so good. Assuming Muddy
It's
Buddy
even better that you hit him with a rock throw.
Assuming Muddy Buddy survives to Blaine, the fire-type gym leader, we're absolutely using that.
Oh, 100%.
Because we're also, like, Muddy Buddy would steamroll that gym.
Steaming Muddy Buddy.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, Fodder. I forgot about Fodder because I don't care about her.
Fucking fodder.
Because I was like...
I think I also named fodder.
One of us did, yeah, because I know... Because I generally name, like, Pokemon that I don't want fire. And because it's like, oh, so I've already got Depression for a normal flying type. Another brown normal flying bird appears.
I've got depression.
I'm in danger.
Oh no, a Zubat. Whatever will I do?
Right. Getting Cheater up
Wouldn't
there.
it be a fucking shame?
Right. I'm getting Cheater up there because she's actually going to be pretty useful for the upcoming gen.
Oh shit, Ronnie's buttering her nudes. You better get your phone ready, Travis.
Because last time we talked about renaming Instant Noodle to Butter Noodle because it's butter free.
Yeah, I remember that. She's still buttering her nudes though. You should be ready.
Butter knife in hand. just lathering your phone with butter before you take a picture on the camera.
It doesn't even, like, you've completely covered the camera with butter and you just take a picture
of butter.
Oh, man. Is this getting you all hot and toasty? Yeah, that one was bad.
No, that was good. That was good. I'll encourage this behavior.
Yeah, shit.
How fast can we run out of Hyper Fangs?
Depends on if the game wants to be a dick with the Zubats.
Well, I'm also running, which increases your encounter rate. Fun fact, if you run in an encounter area or you ride your bike in an encounter area, it'll make trainers that look around look at you, and it'll make encounters happen more often.
Look at you. It's because you're running in an enclosed area? Like, bitch, I got places to be.
Yeah.
Mind your own goddamn business. Pieces of shit.
Zubat's like, hey, I heard you running, where are you going?
Oh, there's a guy running again.
So it does... The Zubat encounter rate in here does kind of make sense when you're running, because the only sensory... Like, they don't have eyes, they only have ears. And their whole thing is hearing, and suddenly they hear...
No.
They're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is that? It sounds dangerous, I'ma fight it.
Time to scream at the top of my lungs.
I mean, that's literally what happens when you use a supersonic. It's just like, ah!
Imagine getting so scared people call your scream an attack.
Oh god. I think no, Astonish is you scaring the other one. Never mind. Because there is a move called Astonish where you just like spook them. It's a ghost type move. Get him, Depression. This thing is all sorts of weak to flying.
My depression is so strong it hurts other people.
That's called toxic behavior.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I pointed this out last time, but look at that great water animation.
It's like I'm looking inside of a stream right now. I
get it.
only see.
I get the stream joke. I get it.
Ah, ah, ah. Oh, hey.
Ah!
Deeply sorry to anyone who logged into this stream and thought, "Oh, cool! What do these guys have to think?" And it was just,
No, yeah, it's like, man, I can't wait to hear someone talk knowledgeably about Pokemon. It's just,
Come on, Pluto, let's go commit tax fraud.
Oh, Pluto, what are you doing? What?
Now, Goofy, what the hell are you doing with Pluto? I'm sorry, Mickey.
I don't just have sex. For you.
Your dad doesn't just have sex, Maxie.
Oh,
your dad hits.
You've seen that comic too.
I have lived that comic, and that I
was going to say, what does that mean?
First of all, anything I say has both no meaning and plenty of meaning. But in that, I have read that comic and screamed that comic at the top of my lungs for many, many times.
I'm assuming at someone.
You know, I really wish that were true. It probably would have made more sense to scream it at someone.
You know, especially since you live with someone.
And you'd think, you know, while I'm around this person, I would say it at least once or twice. Nah, I'd say about the majority of the time of when I say it is in the car on my way to work.
So I absolutely get that, and I refuse to judge you for that.
Because sometimes I'll just be in the mood, you know what, I should try this voice out. And then I do,
yeah.
and it takes me down some dark paths.
I used to be able to do a somewhat good Goofy impression before I stopped practicing it. And how I got it is I said that comic over and over and over again while I was on pulling guard duty.
That's fucking hilarious.
No one else was there, and I was just sitting there in the middle of in the middle of a desert at night behind a 50 cal. Just, your dad doesn't just have sex, Max. Over and over again.
Oh my god. So, imagine with me.
Yeah.
You're someone who isn't really a fan of the U.S., and maybe perhaps you decide to raid their base. You get near one of the 50 cal guns, and all you fucking hear is, your dad doesn't just have sex, Maxie. Your dad, and right as you say, yes, you fire off a bullet. I'd just be like, fuck this. The Americans are crazy.
So I will say, I wasn't taking it very seriously because it was during a field training exercise that I shouldn't have been a part of. So I was already out of fucks to give. I was like, I don't want to be in the desert right now. I would rather be home. I shouldn't be here because this has very little to do with my job.
You legit were just stranded and just like, you know what? I'll do this.
Yeah, and I had night shift, which means that while I was trying to sleep, it was about 10 billion degrees inside the tent. Because Texas. Well, I guess technically New Mexico. Because technically I think that that part of the desert is technically in New Mexico.
You know what? Text Mexico.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Why is there a Texas in between the place called Mexico and the place called New Mexico? Why did it take them so long to name it that?
No, that's a great question. Why do people name anything anything?
I assume
like,
it has something to do with the fact that Texas used to belong to Mexico before we manifested our destiny. But you know.
Oh. I don't remember a certain battle that you're talking about.
You're right. It's not like we have. It's not like there's a phrase in Halo about Reach that's a reference to a certain Alamo.
I don't even know what an Alamo is.
Remember Reach, though.
No, yeah, please remember Reach. It was an absolute goddamn tragedy, and Noble Six did not deserve.
George literally died in vain. George literally died in vain.
And he was literally like the sweetest of sweethearts.
He was.
I
so
legit like got so emotional because of that scene.
No, yeah, that's usually the one that gets people because it's also the first one. And they couldn't pick someone better to make the first one. Because if you're knowledgeable of like Halo lore, going into that game, you're like, this isn't gonna end well.
Right.
But,
like I knew personally.
Yeah.
I knew personally that some bullshit was about to happen.
Yeah. I think I mentioned Reach like in passing to you just to catch you up for Combat Evolved.
Right. But goddamn. And then I didn't care for Kat that much, but when she got sniped, I took great pride.
I love her death because it has, wrong George, Ronnie, wrong George. But the thing I like about her death is how sudden it is. There's nothing poetic about it. It's just she's alive and then she's dead.
There was no sound. She just fucking died.
No, yeah, exactly. Which it makes it weirdly more real and super fitting for like the war movie aesthetic they went for. I love that game, dude.
Yeah.
That game is great. I also this is totally based in I'm gonna run from this actually, but this is completely based in theory. But there is a theory that the reason. Do you remember which one Emil is?
Yeah, sort of.
He's the one with the knife, with the
yes.
skull on his EVA helmet.
Yes.
So there is a theory that the reason why he behaves the way he does is because he's afraid of death. Like for example, when they're carrying Kat's body out of the building, he's the one in the back of the group, and he's not like holding his weapon or anything. He's just kind of standing there. And also, when the elite takes him out, he screams, "I'm ready, are you?"
Damn. See, that's the level of work. That's the level of work that I know I'm going to miss when it comes to, like, 4 and 5.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love 4. And 5... I've said this to you before, but 5's greatest weakness is in the potential it has, and there are like a couple glittering moments of like, that's cool though, but they don't persist. Like there was some shit in there that's like, oh, this is gonna have a huge payoff, and then the payoff just kind of sucks. Like there is payoff.
Like
there
having
is like
sex
some
with
Chekhov's
me.
gun in that game, but like it's not, the gun doesn't go bang, it just kind of whimpers. Also, Ronnie's making a Supernatural reference, and I feel triggered.
I recognize that reference too. I know who Castiel is. I am aware of the term ass butt. I stopped watching after the Leviathans because shit started getting weird.
You know, because of a certain someone, I stopped watching after like the first episode. So, you know.
Oh man.
So we watched the first episode, and then we watched on Valentine's Day, the first Valentine's Day that she and I were together. We watched the Valentine's Day episode, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool! I can't wait to watch more of the show with you." And then we didn't.
And then they fucked. Favorite seasons are the ghosts. I do not know the ghosts.
Wait, there is ghosts in a show called Supernatural?
What? Here I thought they were just about fighting demons.
I have heard that there is a legitimate argument to be made that the Scooby-Doo episode is the best episode of the show.
You know, I haven't even watched it. I remember...
I haven't either, but I'm really excited to once I finally watch the show.
I remember when it first came out, too. And, like, everyone...
Oh, everyone
made gifs of it.
Well, because everyone was... It makes so much sense.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's one of the things where, like, the monsters in it are real or not.
Now, Ronnie will get this reference. I'm afraid you won't, Travis.
Okay.
But my favorite episodes to this date are the episode where Gabriel was fucking with them. Just hardcore. Literally put them in different sitcoms.
Oh, fuck. I need to switch.
And the other one was when they switched lives with their actual actors. Like, those two episodes were my favorite. Like, they were the peak of comedy for that show.
Cool. Although, so
now,
when you said that the characters traded place with their actors, like, is that literal?
Yeah, like they got transported to our world, I guess.
That is
like the actual characters.
That is cool as fuck.
It was a really good episode. They dealt with the the rumors that they actually hated each other on set. And so everybody just kept pounding them with questions, and they were like, "What the hell do you mean? I love my brother."
All right, so I have an important question for you.
Lay it on me.
So, because I know that you're aware of memes, I'm not gonna say the actual names. I'm gonna say code words for the names. So, are we picking the Simpsons movie or DNA? The choice is yours.
I'm not sure oh, boy. You know what? Let's do DNA.
DNA? Alright. So, that's the, according to the internet, that is the correct answer. So, are you familiar with the Helix fossil in any way?
Is that the one that, like... I actually watched Pokémon... Oh, crap. I don't remember what it was. It was Red versus Blue, though. The Helix fossil is what triggers a Mega Evolution, right?
No, okay. So, that... I understand the confusion there. So that's Mega Stones and Keystones. So fossils are exactly what they are in real life. I'm assuming you've watched Jurassic Park.
Yes.
So
yes, I have.
You can do that in this game. You can bring dinosaurs to life and then train them. The Helix fossil turns into a Pokemon called Kabuto and then Kabutops. It's like a seafaring creature. And so is sorry, I got that backwards. The Dome fossil turns into Kabuto. The Helix turns into something called Ammonite and Amistar. Are you familiar with the little like snail shell things that have the tentacles?
Yes, I am.
That's what the Helix fossil turns into when you revive it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But also, the meme relevance of the Helix fossil is there was a series called Twitch Plays Pokemon, where someone made it so that they hooked up a copy of Pokemon Red to Twitch chat. And Twitch chat, by putting in up, down, left, right, I think typing in start or select or pressing A or B on the keyboard would control the game. as if they were playing on a Game Boy, but it's everyone in Twitch chat, so millions of people at the same time trying to control one game. And they wound up choosing the Helix fossil, like we just did. And for reasons that would take way too long to explain, the Helix fossil became known as Lord Helix, and he was the god of the playthrough. And it's a bit of a tired out meme, but it's one that refuses to die.
Did you ever see... Shit. Oh, no. I have to kill these guys. There was a Twitch chat that had linked Pokemon, I can't remember which version of the game, to a fish in a bowl. So, like, whenever the fish would, like, move a certain direction, it would correspond and move the character in Pokemon.
That's kind of cool.
It completed the game.
Oh, I was about to say, did it make any progress at all? Okay.
It made its way through the final 5 or something like that.
So, just so you know, we can't get back to this after we leave this area. We cannot get back to it without going through Mount Moon again, which means we're never coming back here. So, I have a question. We can choose both of these, but I am making the rule that we cannot choose both of these and we have to pick one, because I'm an asshole. Do you like punching or kicking more?
Punching.
Punching? Okay. So this one of them teaches you Mega Punch, and then the other teaches Mega Kick. You can do both, but I've chosen to make it a choice.
Oh, well, you know.
Packed with destructive power. So yeah, this is the Mega Punch guy. Fun fact, this is the only version of Kanto that has these guys in it.
What?
Yeah, it's not in red, blue, yellow, or green, and it's also not in Let's Go. And I'm pretty sure they're not in either of the Johto games.
Divulge as to why?
They're just something that they added for the remake. Like, it was just like a cool like thing that a cool optional thing that you can do to teach your Pokemon some really powerful moves.
I see. Okay.
Because these moves are like super strong, but they're also very inaccurate. And we have exactly one Pokemon that can learn them. Great!
Would you look at that?
Although I'm pretty sure that Muddy Buddy can't learn Mega Kick for obvious reasons. He ain't got...
Well, now...
But Lieutenant Buddy, you ain't got no legs.
We're getting into the ethics of, like, just because Muddy Buddy, like, seems to have hands, are we sure those are actually hands?
Yeah. We are. There's a lot of things you can discuss, you can like debate about Pokemon lore. That's not one of them.
Oh shit.
Whether or not Geodude has hands, that's like all he's got. No. So in Fire Red, the sister version to this game, it mentions that kids, keep in mind, Muddy Buddy's body alone is around the size of a bowling ball. We can look at its exact size here in a second when I get access to Pokedex. But in Fire Red, I don't think it's in Leafgreen, but specifically Fire Red, it mentions that kids have straight up snowball fights using Geodude.
What?
Right. Probably a cave boy.
A cave boy that can take a rock to the head. So,
Geodude. So yeah, it doesn't say it in this one, but this thing is 44 pounds.
So what kids are tossing Geodudes?
I'm assuming it's the kids that are just south of the opening of Mount Moon, because there are some kids down there. But like, why the fuck would you do that? Also, how are they picking it up? Like, is the Geodude like locking its arms together and then they're using that as a handle? Like, what's going on?
They're really like stretching for it now.
Like, I'm assuming the 1 foot 4 inches is including the wingspan. So I'm just gonna assume that the body is around the size of a bowling ball. Like, and it's 44 pounds. Like, never mind picking it up and throwing it. Just, ouch! You might die.
Right, getting hit with a 44-pound ball. That shit's dense, yo.
Yeah, and it's literally stone. Like, oh, we have the TM for Roar now. Oh, and we can get a new encounter.
What?
Because we're Nuzlocke.
Like a new...
Yeah, a new Pokemon.
Right.
And it's Sandshrew! I'm happy. So, just to refresh you, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter unless it's a Pokemon in an evolutionary line that you already have. In which case you can opt out of that encounter and just mulligan. And our first encounter happens to be something that I like a whole lot, so I'm happy.
Fuck yeah.
Granted, we already have a ground type on the team, but unlike Fodder, I actually like Sandshrew, so.
Also, it's stupid that a bird is a ground type.
This is not a bird.
The other ground type.
Oh no,
wait.
I'm sorry, Muddy Buddy is the other ground type. But I'm also keeping
Muddy Buddy is a bird.
Oh, he does float.
He flies and has wings. He is a bird.
He doesn't have wings.
Those are just very thin wings.
Those are
with
wings
hands.
with fingers.
Wings with fingers.
There
yeah.
is a Pokemon that has wings, but instead of feathers, it has like a hand.
I don't like that.
It's called Lugia. You should look it up.
Oh, those are. I just thought that was a stylistic choice. What?
No, those are hands.
No.
Actually, I might crit and kill this thing. I should throw a Pokeball instead. A Shaker. A Shaker. You... I don't want to kill you. Oh wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. I know who won't kill this thing.
Do it, fodder.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Nothing bad will happen
Fucking
to
piece
you.
of shit.
Nothing bad will... oh, man. Man, I really thought you had that one.
God damn it, fodder.
Alright, So, fun fact, the level you are and the level the other Pokemon is has a factor in its catch chance.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I put Noodles out there, because it's the highest level Pokemon we have. So if the Pokemon is a higher level than you, you have a lesser chance of catching it. If you're a higher level than that Pokemon, then you have a higher chance of catching it. And the level disparity matters too. So what are we naming this Bricky boy who turns into a spiky boy? He's like a little. He's called Shrew, but he's more of like a hedgehog thing. Like he can roll into a ball and stuff.
It should be funny though.
I'm not naming it Sonic, Ronnie. I thought of that too, but I don't want to make it too.
I really wanted to make it Sonic too. God damn it.
It's a little on the nose.
Fine, then Tails.
Okay. Yeah. Dope. Alright, so Tails. No, I was gonna make like variations on it, but I've decided not to.
Tails is good enough.
Yes.
Good enough.
Because there's gonna be like Tails, Undertale, Sans.
I actually like Undertales. That was a good one.
When we get to the name raider, we might change it. unless we get attached to the name Tails. I should bury fodder before I revive him. I don't want a zombie. I don't want a zombie in my PC. Hey, this will be your first time seeing the dead box. Oh, we were already on it. Cool.
God damn.
Yes, and if a Pokemon carries us a certain does some a particularly good job, and I feel that they deserve it, I will make a new box called Hall of Fame specifically for the Pokemon that I think deserve to not be put in the normal dead box.
It's like the opposite of a dead box, but it's essentially the same.
Yes.
So the dead box is hell, and the Hall of Fame is heaven.
Kind of, yeah.
But then
that's an good enough way to think about it. I'm gonna go over here though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here. That way, whenever we catch a 7th Pokemon, it doesn't just get buried. So now you're there, and now I'm bringing you back. Hopefully, the 7th thing we catch doesn't get buried. But yeah, I forgot that we had a Weedle, by the way, until like just now. I forgot that happened.
Weedles are just code names for weed needles, and that, of course, is drugs.
Yes.
And pot is ruining America.
And I also want you to know that you're the first person to make that joke.
Am I?
No.
Am I?
No, you're not.
I am a god, Travis.
You start speaking in multiple voices, and I can make whatever joke I like.
I invented all jokes.
We invented music first. Best band in the universe. That album rules, by the way. Starship Velociraptor. Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like, no, not even an exaggeration. That is my favorite album of the year.
Speaking of pretty damn good, I've spoken of it before. Velocipaster.
Oh yes, you did.
You gotta see it.
Yes, you have spoken of that before, and I still haven't watched it.
I beg the both of you, you too, Ronnie, fucking watch Velocipaster.
Velocity.
There will never be a part in the movie that you know what's about to happen.
Wait.
I mean...
Oh, I buried Tails. God damn it. Fodder's a zombie. Hold on.
God damn it, Fodder.
Thank you for catching that, Ronnie.
I am Confucian. Why is this called Arkansas? But this is Arkansas.
Why is this Kansas, but this is not Arkansas? America, explain! Tails, buddy, I am so fucking sorry I buried you alive.
Hey, so, how was the coffin? Is it cozy? Well, that's where you're going if you fuck up.
If you don't behave, you'll go back. If you don't perform to my standard, you will return.
Naughty Pokemon gets sent to the forever box.
Literally, it's called a box in the PC. Okay, put you back in the front so I can train you up. Okay. Ronnie, you are an absolute champion for catching that. So yeah, we have a zombie in our dead box now. It also happens to be my least favorite member of the dead box.
And I swear to God, Ronnie, if you question us again, I will give you the fucking boot.
If you question us again, I will give you the raddest high five. I just realized I haven't done this in a minute. I'm a save.
Oh God, yeah, that would have been unfortunate had anything happened there.
Yeah, poor unfortunate souls. I questioned everything.
Huh? Yeah. Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head. Any Disney song, it's just immediately caught in my head.
They're manufactured to be the catchiest shit ever. Hot take, Disney music is just high quality pop music.
Hot take accepted. That is 100%
That is not an
true.
insult in any way. There are some pop songs that are some absolute bangers, including most Disney songs.
Including most Disney songs. I'll give a hot take. The least memorable movie, music-wise, is either Wreck-It Ralph 2 or... I hate to say it because I loved the movie, Moana.
I haven't seen Moana yet, but I would argue, after I say this, if you disagree with me, I want you to name one song from this movie. Name a song from Snow White. I know some, but the general masses probably don't.
I mean, a song from the Snow White movie, right?
Yes.
Hi-ho.
Okay. Fair enough.
You set the bar a little low there.
My favorite variation of that meme, totally off topic, my favorite variation of that meme is, name 3 locations in Halo. Halo? I set the bar a little low there. That's
Halo. Yeah.
Because you'll go to the first one in the first game, you go to a different Halo ring in the second one, and then in the third one, you go to a recreation of the first one.
Okay, so that's a gray area though, considering
it has
Halo
according to the lore, it has a different installation name, and the architecture of the stuff there is slightly different. It is a different installation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Halo is just a nickname for the installation.
Yes, but it's also what all of them are canonically called. Like, all of them have, like, 3 they each have 3 names. For example, the first one is either Installation 04, Alpha Halo, or Halo.
I'll give you that one. Alpha Halo, Delta Halo, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I actually just finished the recollection, I think, part of Red vs. Blue.
Yeah.
God damn, that storyline just fucking slapped.
Yeah, dude. Everything up to like season 13 was really fucking good. Even season 14 was pretty good.
Season 14 is the one with the little like mini episodes,
so
right?
Like, the anthology one.
Right. Yeah. Season 14 is, in my opinion, the best place to stop.
Yeah. I won't correct you on that.
And I feel like they should have stopped then.
Yes. The only reason they didn't is because Red vs. Blue makes them their money.
Money. Also, Ruby. I'll give Ruby, like, the credit it deserves.
It's a great show.
I've only seen the first season.
Same. I will say, the death battle that has the yellow chick in it, so fucking good.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember that one.
So the death blow, even if it was just the death blow, it would still be one of the best death battles. So it's the yellow chick wins. I forget who she's fighting, but what she does, so she's got the shotgun bracelets, right? She grabs with alternate hands, either side of the face, twists the neck, and uses the shotguns to like add power to the neck snap, and it's so fucking cool.
God damn.
Like the shotgun blast just adds momentum. Boom. It's some straight Omni-Man shit.
Also, let's get into the impracticality of shotgun bracelets. your wrists would be blown clean off.
Yes, but it's also like the coolest shit ever. So
It is 100% the coolest shit ever. But I'm just saying now, if you had a wrist-mounted gun like one, say, Deadshot had, or the shotgun bracelets, your wrist would be taking the brunt of that, the brunt of the blast, of the gunpowder and shit.
yeah, but Ryan, she can gun kata with her fists.
I can't argue with that logic. That's some solid fucking logic right there.
You know, gun kata, the best part of Red vs. Blue. That's not an insult to Red vs. Blue. Montiomu was just a genius.
Rest in peace, Monty.
For real, dude. That guy was a legend.
I heard Rooster Teeth got in some trouble with, I can't remember what though.
I wouldn't know. I have a lot of respect for them as an independent animation studio. Like, that's crazy. But I don't like keeping it or anything.
I remember watching their Let's Play of Minecraft when I was a kid in high school, though.
Oh, like, was it Achievement Hunters or whatever?
I think it was Achievement Hunter. It was the Tower of Pimps, if that rings a bell.
I don't know.
Oh.
The only like Rooster Teeth gaming thing I watched was when Achievement Hunter did a bunch of Halo shit. Because the remake of the first game came out, and they were like, "Did you know all of these glitches are in the first game?" And I didn't at the time, so I was like, "Whoa."
Well, because I think it was in the video you sent me. The reason the glitches were the same was because they just they took the original game and they just reskinned it.
Yeah, and so I shit on Combat Evolved Anniversary a lot, but I will give it this credit. It is a technological marvel because they have two of the same engine running on top of each other with the exact same thing happening on both. Do you know how many decisions a game like that has to make a second? And for all of it to sync up perfectly is wild as hell.
That is pretty crazy, actually. So one engine to run the original game, and then one engine to run the same game, but in high def.
Yeah, with completely changed art and assets that look worse. Like, I don't know which game is visually messier, Halo 4 or Combat Evolved Anniversary. Because it might be CEA, because like in CEA, enemies straight up blend into the background because they're not as saturated. Why would you make that choice?
Oh.
Like the reason all like bright blue and orange and shit is because it's easier to see that shit against the background.
You see, Travis, when a mommy company and a daddy company love a game very much, they'll exploit it for money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also it sucked because like when Combat Evolved Anniversary was announced, I lost my mind. I was so fucking excited and then immediately disappointed upon buying it.
Yeah, that sounds about that tracks.
And then they literally both of the remakes they've done so far came with some version of disappointment. The second game was released alongside the Master Chief Collection, which currently is in a very good state. It wasn't always that way. The Master Chief Collection at launch didn't function.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, single player was usually fine, but multiplayer, which is, you know, literally half of Halo's whole identity, did not work. Campaign would work sometimes. If you wanted to play some Slayer or, like, a game of Juggernaut or Oddball, God help you. It's in a good state now. Like, I can, playing, like, Halo 3 online and stuff now, like, honestly, the Master Chief Collection is the way to do it now, but it wasn't always that way.
I think my favorite game in the series right now, like, to play is 3.
3? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It's
I just find it it's the easiest to control. It's the easiest to follow. If you just want to, like, do legendary runs through it, I just like it. Yeah.
No, yeah, I get that a lot. My biggest criticism of that game is actually with the sandbox, like with the weapons. I think they're great. I think they're really cool. But tell me, what are some differences between the Brute Spiker and the Plasma Rifle in that game? Dual wieldable automatic weapons.
Don't do this to me, Travis.
And so, I know the differences. The Plasma Rifle deals plasma damage, which is effective against shields. The Spiker doesn't do that.
The Spiker works like a needler. It's like an angry needler.
Not really, because Needler, the projectiles move slowly, home in, and explode if you put enough of them in a target. Whereas the Spiker is just, it's more like a machine gun, you know? But with spikes.
Okay. But with spikes.
Yeah, with literally hot metal spikes. Because the reason why they glow is because they're hot, and then they cool down once they're in the target. But,
God damn.
And it has a slight emphasis on the word slight buff to melee because there's a blade on the weapon. But other than that, there's no difference between it and the SMG. It and the SMG are the same gun, and I kind of hate that.
Just with different flavors.
Yeah, basically. And I like the Spiker. I'm glad it's in the series. I'm glad Brute's got more weapons in Halo 3. But, like, I feel like they could have done better.
Spike, the vampire.
Yes.
I
am, speaking of Brute weapons, though, I am so fucking excited for the Brute weapons in Halo Infinite. For example, so, Halo 5 sadly introduced aim-down sights to the series, which makes zero sense because Spartans literally have a circle on their HUD that tells them where their bullets are gonna go. Anyway, and Halo Infinite, basically just to make the Call of Duty kids happy, has kept it. But what they've done is they've made it so that some weapons don't have aim-down sights, but instead have an alt-fire mode, which is such a good idea for Halo. And there's a new Brute weapon called the Ravager that just, like, shoots a shit ton of plasma. And if you go into its alt-fire mode, what it does is it, instead of just shooting at a target, it just, like, shoots basically a carpet of plasma onto the ground, making it an area of effect weapon.
Oh, that is really cool.
You can basically make, like, say you're playing Capture the Flag and you see an enemy running up to your flag, you can just put down a carpet of plasma at the flag and suddenly they don't want to go there anymore. And it only lasts for a few seconds, so you actually have to, like, take advantage of the time you've given yourself to get the kill.
Either get the kill or get the hell out of there.
Yeah. Because, like, I am of the opinion that not every gun in Halo needs to kill good. Sometimes it's okay if a weapon helps another gun kill good. The best example is with the plasma pistol. You can do the overcharge shot to take out the plasma pistol on its own doesn't do that much damage. But if you combine the overcharge shot with the weapon that you can get headshots, suddenly you can strip shields and then get a headshot with one hit.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's about, like, usefulness and balance.
Yes, as opposed to everything killing in one hit. Which is kind of the trap that Halo 4 and 5 fell into, is just kind of making the guns kill good instead of having versatility.
I make guns kill good.
Yeah. Which, like, yes, there are some games where that idea works for. I don't think Halo is that game. Like, Call of Duty, yes, having guns that just kill good at different ranges makes sense. The time to kill in that game is super short, and it's kind of supposed to be the more realistic of the stupidly unrealistic shooters. Other than, like, Battlefield. So, like, guns that just kill good work for that game. But Halo is a sci-fi shooter where you have extra temporary health all the time. And it's also an arena shooter. So, like, guns that do have more utility make sense for an arena shooter.
Also heard the possibility of a battle royale game being introduced into Halo. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that.
I'm not
so on
against
one
it.
hand,
I think as long as it's just
right.
a multiplayer mode, and there's other multiplayer things to do in the game that aren't battle royale, cool. More options is only good.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right.
Like, and also, like, fuck it. Battle royales are fun. People only hate it because it's new. I mean, great. I will admit, there are probably some people that generally just don't like that kind of game. I'm not super into it either, but I will admit, I've played Fortnite for like 2 weeks. It's a fun game.
I played throughout. So when it first came out, I played for the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then I played through Chapter 2, Season 5, which was the one with where the Marvel Avengers crossed over.
Okay, yeah.
It was actually a really dope thing.
No, yeah, I've heard that it actually has some really cool effects in the comics.
Yeah, and then they kind of wasted the whole thing because it bled into Halloween. And so now you have Marvel and Halloween themed, and people are like, please, for the love of God, clean up the fucking map. Get the Marvel shit off.
Right. You should have timed it better.
It was a mismanagement of... it was also like, people didn't like the season that much because not a lot happened in it.
Right, it was just skins.
It was just, well, it wasn't just skins. They had, like, an actual storyline. You fought Galactus in the final battle.
That's cool as fuck. That's actually really fucking cool.
I wish it was really fucking cool, but all you did was drive the battle bus around and shoot at target.
That's kind of lame. But also, like, how the hell would you do a Galactus boss fight in Fortnite?
You turn everyone into a battle bus, and you make them shoot at target, and then you have Galactus just standing there.
I feel like it would be like... So what you're describing sounds like an MMO boss fight, but without classes.
It's an MMO boss fight with Raid Shadow Legends gameplay.
Saying that implies that you've played Raid Shadow Legends.
No, saying that implies that I at least know of the gameplay.
Gotcha.
I've seen an in-depth breakdown by D'Angelo Wallace.
Oh yeah,
which is why I brought him up earlier.
Yeah. It all comes together.
It all comes together full circle. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Don't bring George into this.
Shit. I'm glad you get my references, dude.
We like a lot of the same shit.
Yeah. For instance, I like slobbering on your meat.
And I like having my meat slobbered on.
Exactly.
It's slobbering time.
That was really good.
No, yeah.
Fuck, that one's. 'Tis the slobbering hour, my lady.
So, by the way, this specifically, what I'm doing now, is my biggest issue with the Kanto games. They're very grindy.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Let's Go, you're probably a very grindy Kanto game. And like, there is a place for grinding in Pokemon, but the fact that you have to do it before like every gym leader, especially if you want to do the gym leaders out of order, it's a trip.
Oh my god. Hi Ronnie. I grinded so much in Omega Ruby that literally, like, I was just in the first region grinding. I probably passed through 3 or 4 regions just because of the work I did in the first.
Well, that's different, right? Like, that is, you chose to grind and make yourself overpowered, and you were rewarded for that. This is me not wanting to wipe when I fight Misty.
That's very fair. I'll give you that. And if by reward you mean, every battle was literally just, yeah! Oh, alright, it's done.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, Oraz, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are very easy games anyway. Like, they are a lot, and this isn't a complaint. I think the difficulty for those games is fine for what they're trying to do. But they are a lot easier than the original games from the GBA.
Yeah, because, I mean, it wasn't the flagship Nintendo DS game. But it was like one of the few in the first line of the DS ones.
Of the 3DS.
There was that.
Because it was in the same generation as Pokemon X and Y.
Was this around the same time where like catching a Pokemon was like you had to draw with the stylus circles and circles?
So
you know what I'm talking about?
That is a spin-off series called Pokemon Ranger, which has 3 games, and I'm pretty sure they were all on the original DS.
Huh.
They're really good. They're if you want to get a taste for what they're like, Jaden Animations actually did a video on one of them.
I am not gonna lie. I go to very degenerate places on the internet.
Yeah. I know what you're about to talk about. I know exactly.
Everywhere I go, everybody is horny for Jaden Animations.
It is so weird. It's so weird. And then so there are 3 camps. There are so there's people who make the Rule 34 art. There's the YouTubers that monetize the fact that they can just tell people not to make Rule 34 art and make a lot of money. And then there's Jaden, who wants everyone to shut up and stop drawing attention to it, which we're doing right now.
That's very true. And just for that, Jaden, I will draw more attention to it.
I'm gonna be a good boy and apologize.
No.
It's like Bo Burnham says, having self-awareness doesn't absolve anyone from anything, so. Speaking of which, you still need to watch Inside.
Oh my god, yeah, I do. I watched I think up to White Woman's Instagram.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. I just need to finish it.
It's so good, dude. and it's funny because I literally only watched it because I was like, you know, I shouldn't miss out on this. I'm a Bob Burnham fan. I should check this out. I'm not super in the mood for it right now, but I should check it out. And then I like an hour later, I was crying. So.
Huh.
Because I'm assuming you watched Make Happy.
Yes.
So when he did that, and he did the Kanye rant, the song that's funny, and then turns into a song that's actually about something, I was like
something like really introspective. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I want more of this, and that's like literally like Inside is a sequel, like kind of a spiritual sequel. I don't know if it was on purpose, but it's like a sequel to the end, just the end of Make Happy. Because it even takes place in the room that the pre-recorded video at the end of Make Happy takes place in. Like the video that he does the ending song and then he walks out to meet his girlfriend. Like that's the same room. That's the same room that Inside is. Yeah. Because that's the first thing I noticed when I looked it up on Netflix, and I was like, oh, like the thumbnail for this thing is the room that Inside ends in.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. And later I was just scrolling down his Twitter, and he made an ad for Make Happy that starts with the ending video from Make Happy and then cuts to an alternate version of a scene you haven't seen yet.
Scene. Because scene. Whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, that's some wild ass shit.
Yeah.
That's some wild ass shit, dude.
It's almost like he just didn't move, and then he had to make the special on his own and couldn't go anywhere.
I wouldn't know why that would happen. Come on now. What are you trying to incite? There's some sort of pandemic going on?
Also, so something that I think is very clever. So as someone who suffers with a lot of the same introspective issues that he does, despite the fact that he and I live very different lives. I'm assuming because he's famous. But so a lot of the topics that he talks about, even though I don't relate to them for the same reasons, I still relate to them a lot. And the name Inside is has a double meaning. It's both a joke about the pandemic and how we're all stuck inside, but also it stuck inside. Like this is gonna sound like I'm 14 and this is deep, but it's also kind of about being stuck inside of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not I am 14 very deep to like, catch a double.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just meant I just specifically meant the phrase "being stuck inside of yourself." Despite the truth in it, it is very I'm 14 and this is deep.
Also, you should check out the group chat for no reason.
All right.
Real quick.
For absolutely no reason, I will check out the group chat.
Oh god. I have regrets.
Oh my god.
I brought it upon myself.
I'm just gonna remove that for me. Yeah. I refuse to describe what I just saw.
Ronnie unsent it too. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Ronnie, for searing that into our brains.
It was so creamy.
Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious though. I don't know why. I don't know why it exists, and it should never exist.
It's someone's fetish. Oh my god! I forgot.
Depression is evolving.
I forgot that this happened this early. We have a Pidgeotto now.
I can't make this joke. I will make this joke into the group chat, but
What?
I cannot make this joke on Twitch.
I'm sickened and no longer curious. What episode of Johnny Bravo is that from?
I could not tell you.
Because I 100% believe that that's an... Oh god! I'm pretty sure Kurt Cobain jokes are okay. Because yeah, depression has
The
evolved
implication.
into Kurt Cobain.
Oh shit.
Speaking of death, I really need to heal Instanoodle. If that Rattata... Depression evolved into mild depression. But if that Rattata for some reason had Pursuit, which, by the way, Pursuit is a move that allows the Pokemon to attack a Pokemon before it switches out or runs away from battle. If that Rattata had Pursuit for no reason, Noodle would have died.
We would have no more noodle.
Yeah, man.
Do not kill the instant noodle.
I love instant noodles. It's one of my favorite usable items in Undertale. So, I'm not gonna ruin it for you because I do kind of want to make you give that game a chance again.
I do need to give that game another chance, and just completely ignore the fan base.
No, yeah, and also like the fandom finally calmed down because Undertale isn't new anymore. But like specifically, you would really enjoy that game in its entirety.
Because I'm a walking, talking Sans.
For more reasons than you realize.
Oh shit. Do you know what game you should actually... Actually, Kayla loves Stardew Valley.
Yeah, she's been wanting to specifically have because you can have multiplayer farms. Have a farm where it's just you, me, her, and Kayla.
That would actually be really adorable if I gave Stardew Valley a chance, because it is Chores the game.
Yes. I love Stardew Valley, but I had to stop playing it because I have other hobbies, and I suddenly didn't have time for those hobbies because I was playing Stardew.
God.
It's such a good game, though. Also, you get a sword.
I do like that you get a sword.
You get a sword, and the game plays a lot like fucking Legend of Mana. Secret of Mana, sorry, Secret of Mana.
I haven't played Secret of Mana either.
It's a very good JRPG that has real-time combat instead of turn-based. It was on the Super Nintendo. It's really good.
Huh. That's really interesting, actually.
It is.
You don't see many JRPGs do real-time combat.
Especially in that era.
Are you aware at all of Baldur's Gate 3?
So I'm aware that it exists. The only Baldur's Gate game I've played, though, is Dark Alliance.
Right. And I need to get back into that on the Switch, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, and the other Baldur's Gate games, they were very heavily D&D inspired, you know,
well, Baldur's Gate's a place that, quote-unquote, canonically exists in D&D, which, what does that mean? But
it does. It is north of the city of Waterdeep,
I've heard of
along
Waterdeep
the
too.
Sword Coast.
But, yeah, so I also know that Descent into Avernus takes place in Baldur's Gate.
That is correct. I really love Avernus as a whole thing. I love
it's like
the
the first
devil
layer of hell, right?
Yeah. And in my opinion, the Devil of Avernus has the most compelling storyline. I won't get into it because I would like you to read it.
I will, because I'm gonna run that game for you guys. And I already have ideas.
Yeah,
for
right.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna make it a one shot, by the way. I'm just gonna shorten it a little. That way it's not like the whole thing.
So like a couple adventures long.
Yeah, and I'm going to expedite the getting into hell part. I already know how I'm gonna do it. I'm really excited to do that to you guys.
I'm really excited to send you guys to hell.
Yes, I think the specific way, because the inspiration for, I'm not gonna get into spoilers because I want you to experience it because I'm really happy with the ideas I had. But it's inspired by the art of Baldur's Gate above the river Styx. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. But anyway, as I was mentioning Baldur's Gate 3, so coming in from Dark Alliance is like real-time action, right?
Yeah. It's also very like Norath inspired. If you ever played those games,
I did not.
You would love them. If you like Dark Alliance, you'll like those games. They're almost the same game.
Interesting. They went back to turn-based, and in my opinion, it makes it closer to the game, but does make combat in a video game very crunchy. And by crunchy, I mean it kind of like it bogs down the game a little. And I've never really been what's the word? A strategy kind of guy. Yeah. But I'm familiar with D&D spells, and so I'm familiar with how they work and whatnot. I actually have to say I prefer the turn-based to real-time action. And that's mainly because I love D&D.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I sold the
I've always also wanted to get into the Final Fantasy series.
I have too. I'm very, despite the fact that I'm a Pokemon fan, I'm actually very bad at getting into JRPGs. Also, Undertale's my favorite game of all time. You'd think I'd be like really good at getting into these games, but I'm really not. Like, it takes me a second to like get into the idea of like turn-based battles.
Yes, crunchy is a term in combat. It's D&D is often summarized by two types of peanut butter, smooth and crunchy. Crunchy being the combat, smooth being the role play, because that's typically how like character moments go. And in smooth role play, you have full control over like what your character is saying, doing, yada yada, aside from the dice, of course. And in combat, each round is 6 seconds, so you can't exactly keep putting out quips and assorted nonsense while you're in combat. So that's why it's termed as crunchy, because it bogs it down a little bit.
Gotcha.
It's usually when people start losing interest. And I mean, I've had that problem as both a player and a DM. Mm-hmm. Like, some fights just take fucking forever.
Yeah. And also, like, if it's a fight you know you're gonna win, I can see that getting boring. Because, like, if it's something that you don't know you're gonna win, if that's taking forever, that's interesting, right? Because, like, you could die. But, like, if a fight's taking forever, but, like, you know you're gonna win, and it's just, like, it's something like a Tarrasque that's just an HP sponge, like, yeah, I can see that sucking.
Well, it's also due to, and my limit to party sizes is 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's a lot of people, though.
that is correct. 7 people is my upper limit. Like, I will never accept another person past 7.
Like, in my
and that's
opinion,
because
the ideal, like, not including the DEM, the ideal, like, party size is, like, 3, in my opinion.
You would do better with 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And that's including the DM, so like 4 party members.
Okay, so you.
Like in terms of well-roundedness, 4 different party members of different classes are. Yeah, it covers a higher variety. You know what I mean?
It's like type variants in Pokemon.
100% actually. That's actually a really good the comparison.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm stalling because an important fight's coming up.
Well, you know.
So a certain boy who you weren't there for the birth of is here. His name is Tropo because we're Kool-Aid Jammers and he is Capri Sun Tropical Punch. So his name is Tropo. Because we're rivals, get it?
You should have named El Tropo, so it could have been a double joke.
Ah. But yeah, I was worried about this fight, and I'm not as worried as I was because we're slightly stronger, and we have type advantage for the first Pokemon.
The only disadvantage is we don't have cannon fodder.
Sadly. But I don't think we're going to need it
Oh
for this
yeah,
fight.
so sadly.
I don't think we're going to need something like that for this fight. It's as long as you're prepared for it, it's not hard.
Okay.
The only reason, honestly, the only reason why fights with Tropo are going to be hard is if we're not prepared for them. Because that's his whole thing, is he catches you off guard.
Because nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Exactly. And like, and it's cool because he usually walks in from off screen, usually walking out of where you're going because he's always one step ahead of you. And you hear his theme music before you see him, so every time it's like ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. God damn it!
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, and he always shows up when you're like half your team's poisoned and the other half is dead. We're getting magnitude. Literally the ability to make the earth rumble.
Hello, I cast Earthquake.
No, that's a different move that does the same thing but with more damage. So the way
Hello, I cast barely a rumble, I guess.
So magnitude, the way it works is it works on a scale of 1 to 10, like the Richter scale. With magnitude 1 doing the least damage and magnitude 10 doing the most. And it's a random chance as to which magnitude you get. Oh God! We are very allergic to that.
Fuck.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna cheat.
That's a joke about me sucking his dick.
Is it?
It is if you want it to be.
Okay.
Or I could just suck that dick.
I think so. I haven't met your girlfriend yet, but I'm very excited to because the only thing I've heard her say out loud before is, "What the hell, Ryan?"
Honestly, that's like 50% of her vocabulary. Hey, Kayla. I have a thick, meaty vagina. Nope.
Okay, that time I heard her say damn straight.
Yeah, and honestly, I was really hoping she would say what the hell, but nope, she decided to play along today.
She decided to yes and you for once.
That's literally what you did. I had to actually explain what yes and was.
I mean, yeah, she doesn't seem like the improv comedy type.
Yeah, I watched a dude eat some honey, and there was a bee straight up in that honey. Why did he eat the bee?
Are you watching the Adam Sandler classic, Bedtime Story?
I am not watching the Adam Sandler
Oh,
classic.
wait, is it? So there was this, so I don't like reaction videos because they're lame and boring, but there was one that was really good where, like, the guy was talking like this, and a dude, like, took a bite out of, like, a honeycomb, and he goes like,
That one I know.
yeah, it looks succulent.
Why did he eat the bee?
Why did he eat the bee? And the way he says it is so fucking funny.
That I do know, and that lived like rent-free in my head for a good 4 months.
I forgot
and we
about
honestly
it.
Probably just brought it back.
No, yeah, I forgot about it until this very moment.
That honey looks succulent. Why did he eat the bee?
So fucking funny.
Fuck you, Ronnie.
Fuck all y'all.
I'll kick your fucking ass, dude.
Alright, so this guy, this absolute Chad, this absolute strategist. So Abra only learns one move called Teleport, which makes it flee from battle. And you can't flee from trainer fights. So Teleport is useless in a trainer battle. This absolute Chad sends out an Abra in a trainer fight.
Because he is clearly more superior than you.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out Tails and I'm gonna give it some free experience.
He is 17 moves ahead of you, Travis.
This guy is playing 8D chess right now. And I'm just gonna spam
Fifth
that.
dimensional chess with multiversal time travel.
This is the
That
way
is a real
next,
game.
The next few minutes of our life is gonna go. This is one of my favorite parts of the game because of how funny it is. Because, like, usually fighting your rival in these games is like an ass and a half, and then he just sends out an Abra. But it's okay because that Abra becomes one of his most dangerous party members later. So.
So it's best just to shoot him now.
Yeah. Kill him while you can.
Kill him while you can.
Honestly, for real, because he ends up with an Alakazam when you fight him later on, and it might be the thing that ends this run.
Oh shit.
Like that Alakazam doesn't fuck around.
You might just straight up like do some grinding off camera for like if it's gonna be the Travis killer, you know.
Well, yeah. So honestly, like I know most of the points that we're gonna have to grind first, and that's just what I'm gonna do. Is anytime I know a hard fight's coming up, I'm gonna make sure we're at least close to the level of it. I'm not gonna like super over level us because then what's the point? But
to grind your enemy's bones into the dust.
ha.
Ronnie knows it. I know it. You need to be like 20 levels ahead of what the end battle is.
So when I was playing with this with Ethan originally, you can watch this now on youtube.com/ blah, 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 blah. The channel's name is Twitch and Art though. But because I don't have a URL yet. But oh yeah, he gives us the fame checker. We will never use this. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. He was like, what we should do is not leave Route 1 before we're level 20. I said no because that sounds like hell.
Oh shit, Twitchy Savart.
Yeah, that's me. I believe the stream where at the end we went over Ethan's nation at the end is up there. I believe that video is up, and it is one of the funniest things I've ever done. So he sent me a PowerPoint that he had made in like the 7th grade or so. No, he had to have been younger than that. He was very young, but it was the legitimate, not joking rules for his nation that he and his friends had made up. Technically, it exists. It just Congress just never approved it. But they did send the letter in. They tried to get it approved so that they could secede from the Union while being children, and they just didn't get a reply.
I wonder why. They probably thought, oh god.
But there are some funny fucking laws in there that, like, it's like if it were real, it would be awful, but because it's not, it's hilarious, you know?
Right, it's meant to be funny.
Well, no, it was supposed to be real, because Ethan was like 11 when he made it, like it's got like a lot of really unfair and unbalanced rules for the people who were in charge because they were 11.
Right.
Also, fun fact: if you count Centranog as a nation, it has the highest civilian to military ratio because literally all of the civilians are required to be a part of the military.
Oh my god.
So even though there are like 3 people, it's got the highest ratio.
Because everyone's I mean, the tepier animal has the highest penis to body ratio. It's because it's fucking tiny, but its dick is massive.
I mean, when you're cheating, you always win. So. All right, I think we're done shopping. I'll buy a couple more Pokeballs. Can't have too many balls.
Can't have too many balls. That was my famous last words before the doctor took out all of my testicles. Okay, that one petered out. I lost faith in my own joke.
That's what I said right before I got testicular torsion.
There we go.
Do you know what that is?
Yes, I am fully aware of testicular torsion.
It is.
Give him the old dick twist.
The old dick twist. You can't see it, but I did the hand motion. I forget what that.
Everyone does the hand motion when they say dick twist.
But I'm assuming you've seen the original video.
Yeah, take his dick and twist it.
Aren't they like a UFC fight or something?
Yeah, he was like, this is a UFC fight. And the dude shouting, the old dick twist, take his dick and twist it.
It's the funniest shit. Imagine being one of the fighters in the ring.
Imagine being both of them in the ring and you're just hearing, give him the old dick twist! And now you're looking at this dude like, am I gonna twist his dick?
Especially because like, especially like in that scene, to a lot of guys, like, touching another penis is like a nightmare to them.
I don't know how many high school wrestling matches you've seen.
Not many.
But, I mean, they wear skin-tight leotards.
No, yeah, like, your dick is very
every
exposed.
boner is clearly visible.
Yeah.
And I've seen fights where the dude has to, like, move his face because the boner is so prominent. But, like, they're also wrestling, so they can't move too much.
Yeah, you gotta get up in there.
Right. And give him the old dick twist.
So, have you seen that one? It's kind of an obscure video, but it's hard to describe, but it's a high school wrestling match. And like the ref is like, you know, he's trying to like get a good view of what's going on so we can properly ref. And there's this part where from off screen on his shoulder he just like slides across the mat from off screen, on screen, and then off screen again. And he's just like pushing himself with his feet. I don't know what the name of the video is, or just like put it in the group chat, but it is the funniest shit. The only reason I know about it is because it showed up in a Markiplier video one time, and I lost my shit. Pidgeotkins and Magnemite. Oh god, it's high. Oh my god, I just realized I need to try to show you something. Alright, so you know the Pokemon Ekans, right? Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. You know the Pokemon Ekans? I'm gonna try to encounter it, but the odds aren't high. But you know what that Pokemon is, right?
I'm familiar.
Would you like to describe what Ekans is to the public?
It's a purple cobra.
A purple snake, specifically.
Okay.
I want you to... So, Ekans is spelled E-K-A-N-S.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
Backwards, it is spelled S-N-A-K-E. A-K-E. It's a snake.
Yes. Yeah, boy is a snake.
Yeah.
Are we going the same place?
Ekans backwards
I think we're going.
is snake. Ekans evolves into a Cobra Pokemon called Arbok. A-R-B-O-K. Spelled backwards, that's K-O-R-B-A. Cobra.
You just spelled Corba.
The point is, Gen 1 was really good at names in Pokemon.
Yeah, but then you're like, okay, so what do they name Muck after?
So I'm actually very critical of the first generation of Pokemon, like the Pokemon themselves. I think there are some that are really fucking cool, like Rattata, for example. I really like it. And there's some that are really dumb, like really fucking dumb. Like, I like Muck a lot. I think Muck's actually a cool idea for a Pokemon. But why does Grimer, its pre-evolution, exist? They're the same Pokemon. One is just smaller and weaker. What's the point? There's also the Pokemon Poliwhirl and Poliwrath. Poliwrath is the same Pokemon as Poliwhirl, it just has angry eyes. That's the only difference.
Yeah. I actually remember loving Poliwhirl a lot as a kid, even though I didn't even understand what Poliwhirl was from.
No, yeah.
I was like, that guy is friend-shaped.
I love Poliwhirl. Poliwrath is fucking a stupid evolution because it's just angry. That's the only difference.
Angry eye.
Also, my least favorite Pokemon of all time. So I love Voltorb. I think Voltorb it's literally a mimic. Like, that's a cool idea for a Pokemon. It's the one that looks like a Pokeball. The idea is all of the items that you pick up in the overworld look like Pokeballs. So when you're in certain areas and you try to pick up an item, it turns out it's a Voltorb, and now you got tricked into fighting. It's a cool idea. However, its evolution Electrode is the same Pokemon but upside down. It's just upside down. It goes from having like angry, like cool eyes to like a really dumb grin that makes it look like a dad.
That's actually why they created him like that. They just wanted you to call him Daddy.
Yeah, 'cause to the point, like, so its mouth is on the red part of the Pokeball because it's an upside down Pokeball, and it looks like a 5 o'clock shadow. I really don't like Electro. It is the opposite of creativity.
It is the color green.
Okay, listen, I need you to shut the fuck up right now about green.
Ah! Oh man, I was really hoping that was gonna go right over your head.
Okay, I'm a big fan of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, but as someone whose favorite color is green, I have opinions.
My favorite color is purple, but green goes so well with purple.
No,
not because of the Joker.
No, that's why the Joker is designed that way, though. That's why a lot of comic book villains are purple and green, because it's this really striking color combination. Also, the reason why Hulk is purple and green is because even though he's a hero, he has destructive tendencies. It's clever.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like Doctor Doom, Mixel-Plixel, or whatever that Superman villain's name is.
Mixel-Spitlick, something like that.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Floppy Vagina Man.
Well, he's basically Rumpelstiltskin, right? He's all powerful, but if you say his name, he goes away.
To an extent, yeah. Like, he's the same kind of creature as, if you know of him, Batmite?
I know who Batmite is, yeah. I don't know much about
Is it because of Batman the Brave and the Bold?
Actually, it's because of Scooby-Doo, but that's neither here nor there. Sometimes when properties are owned by the same company, shit happens. Also, Weird Al was in that episode. It was a weird episode.
I think I know which episode you draw reference from. I can't say I've seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, like Weird Al and Batmite just are there. There's also an episode of Johnny Bravo where Weird Al and the guy who played the sidekick in the Andy Griffith show up, and they're like, "You've got." I'm gonna call him Ryan George because I don't know what his name is. He's like, "You've got the powers of Weird Al and Ryan George. You can do anything," and they just float into the sun.
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts, yeah. But yeah, they just show up and like, "With us, you can do anything," and literally fly into the sun.
With us, you can do anything.
So the only reason why I know these things is because when I was 13 or 14, I went to one of the shows in the Alpocalypse tour, and while he's getting ready for new songs, he has different clips from shows he's been in playing, like movie theater style. It's actually like a really cool way to be like, hey, listen, this next song it's got like costumes and everything. I gotta set it up, so instead of just making you wait, I'm gonna play a bunch of funny shit for you.
Fuck. Give me 1 second.
It's all Gucci, my Gucci.
All Gucci, my coochie. Anyway.
That's not what I said, but. I am grinding because I really don't want Misty to eat me. Oh, someone named Fragilities followed me. Sorry I got to it so late. I just now saw it. I appreciate that. I'm assuming it's because Ryan is here because he's a funny dude.
Shut the ever-loving goddamn fuck up, Travis. You're a fucking hilarious ass dude.
If you ever talk to me like that again.
What are you gonna do? You gonna slob my knob like corn on the cob? I request that you heavily make gagging sounds, even if you're not gagging, which, let's be frank, Travis, we both know you won't be gagging.
Let's be real, like, you're gonna have trouble finding it.
Right.
I mean, with the way the hair is, it's literally a needle in a haystack.
Tiny acorn, fat fucking nuts.
I should put tails up front so he can get some love.
It's like an upside down heart with an extending with the bottom heart of the heart just kind of being there,
hanging out, you know. Hey, what did the guy say to his friend after he, so a man got a vasectomy, and his friend was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, you know, hanging in there." See, this is the part where you laugh. God damn.
Well, I have to go now. Bye. No. I need to go talk to a therapist.
That is one of the few moments in my life where I've actually been like, wow, tough crap.
Horrifically ironic. I do have to go though.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll probably just kick this little girl's ass and then save him.
Ah, so me at work. All I do is kick children's ass.
It's funny because you actually work with children.
Don't tell them that. Let them wonder. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, my man.
Yeah, man. See you later. Oh, you've made a mistake. Alright, and with that, I think this stream comes to a close. I appreciate everyone who hung out. I know you'll never hear this, but thank you, Ryan, for hanging out. I'm gonna save on stream, and then that'll be the end. So bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. See you later then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Goodbye. Ba-da-doo-da. Goodbye.